Hey guys, it's Shades here, and welcome again to Shades' Random Reviews. Yeah, I know it's been a while since I did a random review, but I wanted to share my love for a game that I've been playing a lot of lately. It's a game that has been out for quite a long time actually, but I still find people who have never even heard of this one. It's a popular rhythm game that has developed its own massive community, with plenty of streamers and even its own esports scene, if that's any indication as to the success of this game. So let's take a look at today's game, OSU.
Welcome to OSU.
Get ready to tap to the beat and feel the rhythm. First, a little history lesson. OSU was first released in 2007 as a proof of concept idea. The name comes from its inspiration, the Japanese Nintendo DS game Osu Tatake Oendan, which came out in 2005, though was later ported to the West as Elite Beat Agents. Gameplay is rather simple. Circles appear on the screen, which are in time to the music playing, and you tap the circles to keep with beat. Miss too many, and you lose the round. And your score is determined based on your accuracy as well as your combo. The more notes you hit without missing, the higher the combo, which multiplies your score as you go. Meaning you can end with millions of points by the end if you do well enough. Every song has multiple difficulties, increasing the number of notes to hit, as well as how far apart they are and how fast they go. For OSU, everything is user-generated, much like Mugen, which I talked about forever ago in a past review. It has a base skin and setup, but you can customize pretty much everything, and all the songs are made by users of the app, with the game providing a built-in editor to use. Thankfully, unlike Mugen, where you have to go to a dozen different places to find stuff, all the songs are available directly on the OSU website, with a pretty good search engine, so if the song is there, you won't have too much trouble finding it. Hell, there are featured artists who made songs specifically for OSU, as well as other rhythm games. Skins are a little more spread out, but they aren't too hard to find. A quick Google search will send you where you need to go to find them. But now comes the question, how do you play a game on PC when it was originally designed for a Nintendo DS? Well, there are a couple of options actually. The basic method is to use a keyboard and mouse, but most top players tend to use a drawing tablet instead of a mouse. It's as close to replicating the touchscreen experience as you can get, and working along with a keyboard can lead to fast, exciting gameplay. You can use a mouse, but in my honest opinion, it's not as accurate and will likely lead to a ceiling on your skill as you increase the difficulty, though there are those who can actually make it work. Thankfully, tablets aren't that expensive these days, and they even have a tablet made specifically for OSU, which they link to on their website, and is only about $35. I actually got one for myself, and it works fantastically for me. On top of that, other game modes have been added to the game, so you have plenty of variety as well. There's OSU Taiko, based on the Taiko no Tatsujin series, OSU Catch, where you catch fruit to the beat, and OSU Mania, which is based on the Beatmania 2BX series, and is more of your standard rhythm game format. An upcoming edition of OSU, called OSU Laser, allows for custom game modes, leading to endless possibilities. Each of these modes also include mods to change how the songs play, from speeding up or slowing down the song, changing the difficulty even further, instant death, or even just letting the game play for you, among other options, so you can ease your way into the game, and then, once you're really good at it, adding more challenges to increase your score even further. As I said, this game has a massive community of players, with streamers all over the world, and a full-on esports scene. This includes official world tournaments, where teams of different players from different countries compete to see who's the best. And it can get crazy to see these guys in action, using all kinds of mods like hard mode, invisible notes, and double time, and still manage to hit double S rank, which is when you hit every note perfectly. Though that is rare. Most players tend to get A or S rank, which is still really good given the difficulty of the songs they play. If you have some time, look up these World Cup videos and just see how the pros do it. Now, before I wrap this up, I'd like to give some tips on how to play. Bear in mind that I am not a pro, but more of a semi-casual player of the game. Many of the tips I have come from others on YouTube, along with my own personal experience. So this is more of a beginner's guide to OSU to get you started before diving into the more advanced techniques. Number 1, start light. You don't want to go and play an 8 to 10 star difficulty song right out the gate, as you will easily get overwhelmed. Start Start with 2 to 3 stars or lower and work your way up slowly until you're at a point where you're not immediately acing songs, but not failing every single time either. If you're consistently getting A's and B's, then you're probably at your current skill cap, so start from there. 2. Posture. Make sure you're sitting upright with your arms on an armrest, or at the very least on a long enough surface so they're not hovering in the air. Even a single short track will wear you down fast, so keeping yourself comfortable will improve your stamina. 3. Have a primary key to use, but learn to alternate. The game is designed to use 2 keys to hit the notes, and you'll need them. In higher difficulties, you'll hit a stream of notes in rapid succession, and using a single key will often be impossible to hit them all accurately. So learn to alternate keys when that comes up. Otherwise, probably best to stick to a single key when it's comfortable to do so. 4. Don't be a perfectionist. You're never going to consistently get double S ranks every time. Sometimes you're going to miss a note or two, but don't let that discourage you. Finish out the song and move on. In fact, don't repeat a song too much, as that leads to muscle memory and not an actual improvement of skill. Play a song, and whether you pass or fail, move on to the next one. Eventually, you'll learn to follow the notes and improve your overall accuracy. 5. This one's obvious. Practice, practice, practice. Again, likely goes without saying, but you'll never improve if you don't play much. So if you're enjoying the game, play as much as you're comfortable with to improve yourself. I play for at least an hour or so every single day, and I'm showing improvement as I do. I went from 2-star songs to nearly 5-star songs in a few months. 6. Don't compare your scores to the leaderboards. In fact, I personally suggest starting off switching the local scores first, so you don't see the global scores at all. The scores you see at the top are the best of the best, often using several hard mods to really make you feel inadequate. But you're not going to get to that level for quite a while. Instead, focus on simply setting and then improving your own scores. 7. Take breaks. Your hands are going to be worked hard, especially the one handling the mouse/drawing tablet. So you should take a break every once in a while. I went a full hour and a half without a break, and my hand was aching for a while afterwards. So don't make my mistake. Stand up and stretch out every now and then to avoid fatigue. Most importantly of all, have fun. It's a game involving music that you can customize to your preferences. If you can't have fun with that, then the game's just not for you in general. But I've been at it for a while, and while I know eventually I'll probably grow bored of it and stop for a while, this is not the first time I've played. But I'm still able to come back every once in a while and play, if not once, then several times a day, and enjoy myself, especially when I break my own records, seeing my progress continue to grow a little more each time I play. Faithfully, OS is available free to play on their official website, which I'll link to in that lovely info box down below. There is a membership, but it's totally optional and simply offers bonuses to those who pay, such as extra profile editions, better filtering options, and download options, including the ability to download songs from directly inside the app itself, as opposed to having to go to their website, along with a few other features, but nothing essential. I may not be a fan of microtransactions in games, but this is a bit different, as this is simply a way to support the game and get rewarded for doing so. And since this game is free, I'm okay with that. Bottom line, OS is one of the best rhythm games out there. It's clear the developers are passionate about making this the best it can be. And with a community of loyal fans and pro players supporting it, it's likely this game will continue to grow for years to come. There are other good rhythm games out there, but few can surpass the level of quality and development that OS has reached. And with the amount of customization available, no copy of OS is the same, nor is any player of the game, as it's designed for both casual and pro players alike. So no matter how you play, this game is for you. I am more than happy to give OS the Shades official seal of approval. Feel the beat and hit those notes, because this game is music to my ears. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me here today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Shades, and we'll see you next time. Rock on!